Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, as you can see, we have some snow falling. It's not going to be too much accumulation. This is a nor'easter that is actually dumping a lot of snow, but not in the Pennsylvania area. This is dumping more snow closer to the East Coast, New Jersey, New York, New England. But here it's not as bad. I just cleaned my drive a little bit. There's the Eagle, a little bit dirty. We're gonna have a little bit more snow falling throughout the morning, but not a big accumulation. So I need to do some grocery shopping, and this will be a good opportunity to record and show you guys some of my impressions on the BLIZZAKS on this kind of conditions. So without further ado, let's go with the content of the video. Stay tuned. Okay, so driving the Corolla with the BLIZZAKS. Let's see how the car behaves. Okay, it feels pretty good actually. Right away starting, these the BLIZZAKS feel a lot better than the all-season tires that the car had from factory. Well, these roads are not as bad as they could be. Looks like they have been plowed a little bit today, but so far it feels pretty confident to drive with these tires. Actually pretty good. I'm impressed. Accelerating, braking feels pretty normal. Oh boy, these tires are fantastic on these conditions. And the thing is, not only the snow on the ground, the most important thing right now while I'm driving is that temperatures outside right now is 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So this is a key thing. It's not necessarily about the snow or slippery situations. It's about maintaining the tires, the compound of the tires soft. Here's a good chance of testing it. Let me see if I skid. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I felt some skidding there, but it's normal. I mean, it's, let me see, braking now. Yeah, some squeaky sound, but overall remain pretty good in control. So like I was saying, it's not about only the traction is on slippery surfaces. It's also about maintaining the tires pliable, so when you need a brake, the car actually grips. When the tires are too stiff, you don't have too much of a contact with the ground, and that's where you get in trouble. So temperature wise, these tires are performing excellent, but still you need to drive carefully. Don't be, an a-hole while driving, because the car that you're driving has its limitation, and I'm pretty aware of the limitation that the limitations this one car have. It's a front-wheel drive, it's open differential, it doesn't have massive brakes. These tires are not very wide, so you need to drive responsibly regardless of you having or no snow tires. But so far, to drive in these conditions, I'm gonna see if I can find a back road that have not been cleaned yet and see how it does. But so far, braking wise, traction wise, pretty good. So this is the thing: do you need or you don't need an all-wheel drive car? I would say it depends. All-wheel drive will certainly help you getting out of a sticky situation when you are just launching the car. That there's no doubt, that's where the all-wheel drive helps you the most. But an all-wheel drive system won't make you any favor for braking. So this is when the tires are important. The best combo will be all-wheel drive plus the winter tires. That's for sure. But if you don't commute too far, if the streets of the area you live are clean regularly, I would say you can get away easy with a front-wheel drive car and snow tires. Now, if you live in in a city or in an area where you know the plowers cannot get in, and you stick with snow for several days or weeks, well, yeah, I will say think about having a vehicle with higher clearance, an SUV with all-wheel drive. I will say the streets are pretty clean, so I'm having a hard time finding a spot with a lot of snow, but I will find it and show you guys how the car drives there. Okay, I'm done with the groceries. Going back to the car, and just driving here to the grocery store was pretty good. Felt very normal. It doesn't even feel like these tires are in this kind of freezing conditions. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, we are right now in about 15, 16, 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Car should be pretty nice and warm. Recommend you all to have these remote starters. It's awesome. Just get to the car, it's ready to go. Okay, so I'll put the groceries in, and let's go to the conclusions of the video. So to summarize the BLIZZAKS performance, they perform very well. I'm actually very impressed with how good they perform. This car has a traction that I have never felt before. The car has tons of traction, and in all the conditions that I have been facing today, like for example, I'm gonna go on top of this bank of snow, I can drive on top of that. See, tires handle that no problem, like it is non-existent. Anytime that I'm going like uphill or downhill for braking, or taking off from a stoplight, it is incredible sure-footed. Again, the condition of these roads are not as bad as they could be, but regardless, if you live in a city environment like I am, you can definitely get away with a front-wheel drive car and winter tires during the winter. I strongly recommend you have any kind of winter rubber for your front-wheel drive car, especially if you commute every single day. And yeah, you don't have to go the expensive route like I did with the BLIZZAKS, but for the purpose of having my first experience with winter tires, I think this was a great option. So there are good and bad things. I still don't know the longevity of the tires, but like any other winter tires, I don't expect them to last that long. Obviously, the key to longevity on winter tires will be not using it above 40 degrees. I mean, as soon as spring hits in, I'm swapping out these tires again with the regular all season, just to make them last as much as I can. So like I was saying, good things and bad things. The good ones: excellent traction in all conditions, excellent braking, excellent acceleration when taking off. The worst thing, going now to the bad portion, is the noise. Probably you cannot capture this on camera, but the noise is horrendous. That is by far the worst part of these tires. They make a heck of a lot of noise. It could be because of the car too. I mean, let's be honest, this is a cheap economy car, so I don't know. This car doesn't have, you know, a lot of sound deadening materials, but regardless, they are very, very noisy. So for example, and the noise is more pronounced when you're turning. When you're going straight, you hear it, but let's say it's tolerable. When you're turning, it's like if you have it right there in your ears. So that's by far the worst part, the noise. And the other, not that good, but I guess anybody experience the same in winter, is the fuel economy. Yes, you have a penalty on fuel economy with these tires. I noticed it immediately. This car, this is my wife's daily. When she drives it normally, a tank, it always averages around 27 to 30 miles a gallon. Now it's averaging like 20. It's like real bad compared to what this car can do. And I believe those are the two only drawbacks, to be honest. Aside that, I know that a couple seasons from now, 3, maybe 4, I'm gonna have to buy more tires since they just degrade. That's the nature of the winter tires. But other than that, I don't regret investing on these tires. My wife, she actually was thinking, she wanted to just sell the car and buy an SUV, just because, you know, like everybody, she thinks that all-wheel drive is the solution for all the winter problems, which is a mistake. After she's been driving the car with the BLIZZAKS, she totally changed her mind. Now that she saw that she can drive with a lot of confidence and the car doesn't slip, it accelerates with very grip, it brakes in a very short distance without, you know, locking the wheels or the ABS turning in. So she completely changed her mind, and I guess we're gonna keep the car for a while more. Okay, so I found a parking lot with a little bit of packed snow, just to check around. Oh boy, these tires grip like no other tires I have experienced with this car. A little bit of loss of traction there, but it grips and grips back right away. Let me see if I can go to the other portion of the parking lot. Yeah, it's not too much on the ground, too much snow on the ground, so it won't be a problem. Oh boy. Pretty good. Let me see in reverse. Excellent braking and excellent acceleration on top of compacted snow. Okay, so I'm approaching to a mall that probably the parking lot has not been cleaned too much, I hope, just to do some testing with the grip of the BLIZZAKS, just to show you guys, and put these tires to a little bit more of a challenge, since these roads are pretty clean. So let's see. Yeah, looks like we have some snow in the parking lot. Let's just see. Okay. Oh yeah, looks like we can have a little bit of fun here. Just a little bit, not too much. Oh yeah, let's see how this front-wheel drive behaves. Oh yeah. Traction wise, I'm turning and accelerating, and the car is maintaining course, very predictable course. See, yeah, it plows a little bit. It's a little bit of understeer here, but nothing under control. I'm pretty impressed. I'm accelerating the car and it's maintaining itself straight. It's a little bit more snow on this side. See, I'm turning and yeah, it plows a little bit, but completely predictable. Wow, these tires first. So let me do a little bit of the braking here. Yeah, ABS kicked in, but tons of grip. Definitely, if you do like a panic stop, if somebody brakes all of a sudden in front of you and you brake hard, these tires will keep you out of trouble. I'm absolutely sure of that. Yeah, it almost feels like I'm driving an all-wheel drive car. Wow. Pretty impressed. Yeah, I'm able to maneuver and control the car perfectly. It's not like going out of my hands, or it's not going out of control. I feel like I can control what the car is doing perfectly. So yeah, great that I found this little bit of snow here. It's not completely covered, to be honest. They did something. They did clean it a little bit. but it felt great. It felt great. ABS kicking in, but it stops real quick, taking off. A little bit of understeer, but the car maintains itself pretty controllable. Another parking lot. Let me see if I can go here. And yeah, this one is not as clean, so this one will be very good. Let me see. Tires are spinning there. But regardless, braking. There you go. Pretty good traction. Braking. Yeah, it feels very good. Yeah. Car is very predictable. Normal understeer like any other front wheel drive car, but absolutely feels very confident. It feels on control. See, it grips perfectly. So after all, we have a little bit of a challenge for the BLIZZAKS, and like I mentioned before, they are fantastic. Don't buy an all-wheel drive car if you have a good front-wheel drive car, especially if you live in a city environment where you don't need a lot of ground clearance. These tires can give you all the grip you need, regardless of how many traction wheels you have. So, okay, so I think that summarizes my experience with the BLIZZAKS. Obviously, it could be worse. The streets today were very clean, so not too much of a challenge, but I was able to put a little bit on top of compacted snow. You saw it. It felt very good, so I am absolutely in love with the decision of purchasing the BLIZZAKS. Again, the bads, they're noisy, and the fuel economy degrades a lot. The goods, you have very good traction on these low temperatures and wet, slushy, and snowy conditions, so they're worth the price. So I recommend them. I'm pretty sure that even with worse conditions, they will perform very well. So if you have a front-wheel drive car and you're debating of what to do, if you just have extra set of tires or buy a completely new car with all-wheel drive, I recommend you don't sell your car if it is in good condition. Tires are the most important factor when it relates to traction. So yes, you will have to swap tires, but that's pretty easy, to be honest, to do it in your garage. If you want to see how I changed these ones, there is a video that I will link in the description below. It's pretty easy, 30 minutes on maximum with regular tools. So that's it for the video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, please share it, consider like and subscribing, and guys, it will be until the next video. Take care.